What is up, my friends? You are most welcome along to Thursday's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. Today we're going to be talking about an opening offer from Liverpool for a midfielder. We're going to be discussing which Liverpool player scored a hat-trick last night on international duty, a little bit on Kelleher and his future at the club, and of course a couple of things on the votes that took place today in the Premier League. So I'm going to go through all of this and more over the next 8 to 10 minutes. All I want from you guys is to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I've got a bit of an update. We've only got 30 tickets left for the Liverpool show on August the 4th, and we've about 55 left for the Cardiff show. So if you want to come and see us for our last ever 2 live stage shows, you can come and catch us at the Richard Burton Theatre in August the 2nd. It is an all ages event, and same at Liverpool, August the 4th at the Hot Water Comedy Club, again an all ages event. Tickets are priced at just £15, and you can get the tickets via the link in the description of this video. So right, let's get cracking, and we'll start off with an admittance from the Premier League chiefs that there was a delay of up to 50% last year in the length of time it took to deal with VAR interventions, which I think we'll all agree is just not good enough. So today at their meeting they pledged to improve on a load of things. Do you believe it? Let's wait and see what happens over the course of the new season. But at least they're admitting that those delays grew by more than 50% last season. So, the Daily Express up in Scotland have reported that Celtic will have to pay in excess of £20 million if they want to sign Liverpool goalkeeper Kelleher this summer. I'm not surprised by this fee. I've mentioned this transfer fee to you guys for quite a while, and I think if any club can pay it, they're getting themselves a bargain. 20 million quid for a keeper as established as Kelleher, who's won cup finals, played at international level, played in European competition. I think it is a bargain, and if Celtic can afford it, brilliant. If not, I'm sure there will be plenty more suitors for Queeveen. It is probably the right time for him to go and establish himself as a number one, and as always, I wish the guy nothing but the best. He's been a great servant to our football club, and I look forward to seeing how his career develops. While we're speaking about VAR, Sky Sports had a poll running, and it asked a simple question: should the Premier League abolish VAR? So I took my part in this and clicked on it and made my vote, and so far, when I voted, 72% of people believe that the Premier League should abolish VAR. Agree or disagree, let me know in the comment section. Now, I did mention to you guys a Liverpool player who went and bagged a hat-trick last night on international duty. It is Darwin Nunez, who was part of Uruguay's 4-0 victory against Mexico in their build-up to the Copa America. A Darwin hat-trick. We could do with that at Liverpool, right? And look, it just goes to show you he is capable of these things. I was watching the game last night. I watched most of the first half, and he looks far more comfortable in the system and the way that Marcelo Bielsa has that Uruguayan side play. If you look at his goals, all 3 of them last night, very similar. Sliding in at the far post when the ball's being played across the front of the 6-yard box. Maybe we can learn a little bit. And I'm sure Arne Slot was paying attention last night to how Mr. Bielsa gets the best out of Darwin. So, hat-trick for our boy. You love to see it. Let me know your thoughts. Next up, my friend, is a report from Ben Jacobs. So as we told you, today was the VAR vote that Wolves put forward, the abolition of VAR from the Premier League. The vote went as follows. 19 clubs voted to keep it, and Wolves voted to remove it. Wolves were the only club that voted to remove VAR. So I'm a little bit shocked that it was that one-sided, to be fair. Most media did feel that VAR would still have a place in the Premier League, but 19-1 is certainly a big defeat there for that motion. Wolves the only ones who voted to get rid of it. Next up, a couple of Liverpool players have been released from Gareth Southgate's England squad. Jarell Quansah and Curtis Jones did not make the final cut, nor did James Maddison, by the way, but at least it means that these boys can go and get themselves a bit of a rest ahead of the upcoming season. We still have no information, by the way, on when we may see Arne Slot interviewed, or at least some content around their new gaffer. I was looking around the Liverpool website earlier on, even for some quotes, and there's nothing. It's just very, very, very quiet. Now, I've saved the best for last because, well, I wanted to tease you guys a little bit before we got into the big story. Whoever was at our live show will be able to know that I said to them, They asked me straight on the night, do you think there's going to be any transfers done? And I said, in my humble opinion, the most likely is going to be Ederson, and I think he could be the first one that we see get done. Little did I know that a day or two later we would see reports in the media today saying that Liverpool have placed an opening offer of £38 million for Atalanta midfielder Ederson, who's 24 years of age. This has been reported by LFC Transfer Room, crediting Jorge Nicola for this one. And look, let's wait and see what happens. But if this is true, and I certainly hope it is, 38 million quid offer sounds about bang on. When I've been talking about this player to you guys on late night agendas and on videos, I always mention the figure of about £40 million because that was the number that I was told it would take for Atalanta to start considering offers. An opening offer of £38 million, if that is the case, seems a very fair opening offer. This guy, in my opinion, could help transform our midfield, especially if Arne Slot is going to utilise the double pivot. He's always stood out for me when I've watched Atalanta, more so than Coop Miners, who was the original player that Liverpool did look to scout. Many reports out there will say to you guys that Liverpool indeed went over to look at Coop Miners, but it was Ederson who turned the scouts' heads. Now we fast forward a little bit, and I'm wondering, is the reason that we haven't heard from Arne Slot yet because he's had his head down, he's been working away with Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, and they've been trying to get deals over the line quickly, or maybe one particular deal before he settles in and starts doing media duties. It wouldn't surprise me because, as we know, we've got lots of tournaments coming up this summer. You've got the Copa America going on, you've got the Olympics coming up, of course, and some players will be in that, and then we've got the Euros coming up in about 10 days time as well. So lots of football to come, and clubs will be looking to move quickly to try and make sure that they can, well, that they can get their players in if possible beforehand, because once they go off with their international teams, very difficult to get these deals done. And of course, if the players go away to those tournaments and play really well, then the price goes up. So there's lots of reasons. There was one more vote that went against the person who put it forward today at that Premier League meeting. Aston Villa did pull forward that the threshold for PSR, which is a £105 million loss over a 3-year period, be raised to 130. That motion was defeated and it remains at £105 million, that threshold. Now, if you're wondering where Liverpool sit in that, Liverpool just lost £6 million over a 3-year period. So as I've always said to you guys on the channel, plenty of wiggle room there for Liverpool with regards to PSR calculations and stuff like that. So will that mean we see more spending this summer from Liverpool? I'm not sure, but it means that we do have the wiggle room before we come into any kind of trouble. And it's also important to remember that this is over a 3-year period. So that is it from me with today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you know what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. We'll be back tonight at 8:30. We'll be going through this, a lot more on the Manchester City situation, and a couple of other stories as well. Look forward to catching up with you guys later on tonight, and hope to see you at one of our 2 live shows in either Cardiff or Liverpool. Until then, my friends, have a great day. I'll catch up with you tonight. Bye bye.